Today we're with the Porsche Taycan, the new Porsche Taycan, here in Rackley's Chiltern Hills, beautiful surroundings to justify this beautiful car. And it's not just a facelift, they're actually looked at the key elements, whether it's the comfort, the range, the battery, the efficiency, and they've made improvements in all these areas. So we're going to have a look around the outside, the inside, and then taking it out for a drive. Let's get stuck into it. Starting at the nose, and it is a slightly different nose, and depending on what trim you go for, this is the entry-level Taycan. As it goes up the different steps, that will dictate what's happening down here, and you can have this in gloss black, you can have it in matte, but also you can have it in carbon fiber. First time on the Taycan, we've got the new Porsche badge. There are some new creases along the front here, whereas in the original Taycan it was much more smooth. And probably the biggest giveaway is the new lights. Standard now, they're coming with LED matrix, and you would have had that teardrop element in the Generation 1. You can still get that depending on what GTS Turbo maybe has that kind of cladding down here, but on the standard Taycan, and I think it looks great, it is that standard standalone headlight. You've got your air curtaining down along the side, you've got that now trademark Porsche, and you also have a frunk in underneath here. But otherwise, eagle-eyed on the road would spot that it's the newer version. There's not a lot in the difference, but as I said, it's mainly what's in underneath. But stylistically, I think it looks stunning. They're doing a great job, and it's dated really well, I think, the Generation 1, and this just takes it on to the next general level. Let's have a look down along the side. Down along the side, wheels starting off at 19s. Today we're on the 20-inch, beautiful, and you've got that silver Porsche badge in underneath. Like Generation number 1 Taycan, you've got charging ports on either side, and they're motorized every level now. Right hand side is AC only, 11 kilowatt, up to 22 I believe in certain markets, and then on the other side is CCS up to 350 kilowatts, so an absolutely massive charging element potential there, depending if you can get that charge. Then you've got your body colored on the top, your 360-degree camera. Down along the side, you've got these panels, door panels that actually will go flush once it's locked. You've got that gloss black B-pillar. You can get a panoramic sunroof. Moving down then along the side, yeah, it's pretty much par for the course. Not a lot has changed side profile-wise. Today's car comes with a 105 kilowatt-hour battery, 97 kilowatt-hour that usable. That's that battery plus model. So they have two different battery sizes, which has been an increase on the Generation 1 as well. Today's colour is ice grey metallic, and there is a plethora of colours that you can go for. You can even customise your own colour at a certain price. But if you bring in a colour swatch, Porsche will actually make that car in that colour for you. Size-wise, we're about 5 meters long, we're about 2 meters wide, and about 1.4 meters tall, with nearly a 3-meter wheelbase. So substantial on the road, but still very agile and nimble. Down at the rear of the Taycan, you have the ability, there's coast-to-coast light bars there already, but you have the ability to light up that Porsche badge. You also have the ability to make it that kind of ice blue color, and you can match that with the headlights as well. They've simply got the Taycan, so the model and the trim number underneath it, power tail lift. And this boot then is over 400 litres. It is a saloon, so it is going to be at smaller of an opening, but it's fairly deep, and you've got a subfloor in underneath here where you can store your AC charging cables, etc, etc. Let's have a look on the inside. For the internal look around, we're going to take my point of view camera, and we're going to have a look, and we're going to go into the rear first. So this has the 4+1 seat package, so it does have a element of a seat in the middle there with a central headrest. You can get it with just 2 seats either side. 2 ISOFIX in this as well, and it does have a fairly substantial transmission tunnel there, or a tunnel of some sort. And so, seats, if I remember correctly, they had in the battery pack, they had taken out footwells. Did they call it the foot garage, or was that in the Audi GT? You can see the ventilation there. Knees are good. That seat is set for me. I'm 6'2", 188 centimeters. And then headroom is dark. You can get this in a sunroof, a couple of centimeters. But yeah, very comfortable. There's a nice arc to the way that there's not too much with that angle there. There's some decent thigh support. You've got frameless doors. And then the rear, then you have some ventilation here, some coat hooks on the B pillar. Otherwise, pretty much it. You do have an armrest that we'll knock down here with 2 cup holders in it. And then that's the central seatbelt there, but you can see how narrow it is, so really only a kind of a jump seat emergency. Let's have a seat in the front. You can get this with soft closing doors as well. So on the door itself, you can see here, lock, unlock, and your 3 memory presets. Nice big door handle. And then you've got your windows, front and rear, your door mirrors, and then the ability to lock or unlock and the retractable on the actual door mirrors. This beautiful curved Taycan screen that we would have seen in the original one. Start stop buttons here, down here. And then you can see beautifully laid out. Slight tweaks in the design, but you have over here, you've got your ESP off, your suspension, your air suspension, and then you've got a shortcut button here, and you also have a shortcut button on the steering wheel. Other side is your lights, and so it's kind of arced around the outside of the screen when you're looking at it. And then internally, then you've got your miles per hour or kilometers per hour, then your battery size, and then you can change what's on that menu over there, your lap time, etc., etc. Beautiful steering wheel, 3-spoke, and you can see some gorgeous screws, real tactile buttons. Again, that new Porsche badge. You've got the updated cruise control stock on here, and then on all models you have the drive modes that you can change: normal, sport, sport plus, or range. And so it's good to have that on the steering. Now that was on a certain trim moving forward. Then you've got your handbrake, you've got your gear selector over here, you've got a new updated UI system here, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay wirelessly. I'm on Android Auto, and so but the Apple integration, I believe they're going to get a bit more in depth, so that the app is going to be much more car centric as well, in the sense of while you're in the app you can control aircon, etc. You've got the chrono package on this, so it is the clock up here that is on a 60-second rotation with a little digital internally what the time is, and then you've got your HVAC section down here on this screen. So screen here, and then screen up here. Large central transmission tunnel with some space in underneath here. Cup holder 1, cup holder 2, and then you've got down in here a cooled glove box that your phone then can sit inside here, wireless charging. I found it very good. HVAC, then you can have it, the menu, you can sync it, and then you can have a shortcuts along the top here when you do have the vent controls, moving them around over here. Pre-cool, preheat. What else is on here in the apps? You also have the ability of getting a screen over here for the passengers, and you can see here you've got the video option. Sports chrono is here. Start, predefined route, etc., etc. Evaluate how good or bad you are, tracking it. And then a lockable glove box, a bit shallow. Center locking on the far side. I love that clock up on the top there. Beautiful seats, and depending on the trim will dictate what kind of seats and then the extras that you can get. And then headroom for me as a driver. I've been driving about 2 hours so far. And then, yeah, loads. 5-6 centimeters. Let's take it out for a drive to see how good it's become. Nevo Electric Vehicle Show is back in partnership with Bank of Ireland. The show's second instalment will take place in the RDS Simmons Court on the 10th of November 2024. Building on the sold-out success of the previous show, this will be Ireland's largest ever motor show. Experience all things e-mobility with over 30 manufacturer brands displaying over 80 electric vehicles, the latest in charging and energy solutions, engaging discussions with industry experts, exhilarating test drive experiences, and captivating live vehicle demonstrations. Visit nevo.ie today to learn more and register for your free ticket. What's it like driving the Porsche Taycan let's start with the suspension. The fact that now it's air suspension on all trims, I think is really good. Like, to have a Porsche Taycan with steel springs in generation 1, you really felt every undulation on the road. Whereas now it just matches it out, and the upper level trims, it even has the ability to rise up as you open it up, so it's ease of access in and out. Visibility, decent sized door mirrors, a bit of a letterbox out the back. You wouldn't want to have somebody in the middle, but you are low down. I like the new haunches and how they're creased. You can see that out over the top of the dash. 360-degree camera is very helpful as well. Seats are lovely. They're very figure hugging. They are heated as well as the steering wheel. I'm not sure if you can get them ventilated. Temperature today is 16.5 degrees, don't really need it. But on these country roads, now the only thing that's stopping me here is the speed limit, because you feel welded to the road. But as we go through the village as well, it's very calm and subdued in a good way. You can feel the weight of it as well. I think it's nearly 2.2 tons. There is an acoustic sound when you're using the accelerator as well, and that depending on what model you go for, that will dictate what that sounds like. Claimed range of over 400 miles, nearly 600 kilometers combined. If you're doing a lot of motorway with a lot of heavy shoe, you definitely won't get that. And if you're doing city, urban, you definitely will get that. They're very proud of the fact that the electric motor has been developed to be more efficient and effective, but also it's 10 kg lighter. The fact that they have also increased the battery capacity without increasing the actual size and shape, so the energy density has improved, but the weight has also gone down, I think, by about 9 kgs. And so lots of tweaks and improvements here where it needed. So the suspension, the range, the battery, and the fact that it'll go up to 350 kilowatt. I haven't used enough of the car today to get it down to that level. I only had it for a couple of hours. And so it's nice to be able to, if you can find those Ionities, etc. And this does have plug and charge. And so the car will have the payment method attached to it. And when you pull up to a charger that has that capability, the charger talks to the car. You don't have to do anything with apps or cards or anything like that. So that's a nice touch as well. I like the rear wheel drive version of it. It's going to give you more range because it's lighter. It's obviously pushing you from behind. So is it that more pure Porsche feeling to it? Oh God, there's no problem with power there. And this is the entry-level Taycan. And like, you can go crazy. Prices in the UK, 86,000, and today, because of the extras on this one, it's 96. In Ireland, starts at 110,000 euros, goes up with the extras about 118,000 if you wanted this exact car that I was driving today. And yes, there are questions about the depreciation, but if you understand why so many of them were bought, number one, and number two, why they all came back onto the market at the same time, it was very much to do with businesses and tax write-offs. You can hear the speed sign recognition there telling me that I am 1 mile per hour over the speed limit. So we are going to slow it down a small bit. We're going to take it out of the motorway to see what it's like on the M4 back to Reading. But yeah, that air suspension makes a huge difference. Some technical data on the Taycan that I was driving. It is the Performance Battery Plus, giving you 320 kilowatts across a 2-speed rear axle transmission, giving you 435 PS, 420 newton meters of torque with launch control. Top speed of 230 kilometers an hour and a 0 to 100 kilometer per hour in 4.8 seconds. An amazing car to drive, all the power you ever need, but also very happy to cruise along in comfort, especially now on that air suspension. Here on the dual carriageway, and it's even quieter because the road is actually a better quality road. So even though I'm coming up on 70 miles per hour, it's whisper quiet. Is it double glazed windows? No, just a big thick pane of glass. Let's change the drive modes on the steering wheel. We're going to go to Sport Plus. So everything firms up. Drop the speed a small bit. You can feel the suspension, or sorry, you can feel the accelerator more. Lovely. Suspension and steering just feels tighter. Cruising along here at 60 miles an hour. Waiting for this transporter to move out of the way. Also, the regenerative braking is done. You can shortcut the button, but also it's in the settings menu. You can have it auto on, or you can have it off. So if you don't want that regenerative braking feel, and you're happy to leave it set, or you can have it on the side panel, or you can have it on the steering wheel shortcut buttons. Only have it for a couple of hours today. Hopefully going to get it for a longer spin. And on Irish roads would be nice, so the roads that I know. Hopefully you've enjoyed that first look and first drive of the new Porsche Taycan. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit the like button, share the video, and remember, if you think an EV is for you, leave it to me and I'll review. Thank you very much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to enjoy the next video too.